Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Saturday the 19th, and today was a beautiful, nice, sunny, warm day. A little bit of breeze, picked up to be quite a bit windy near the end of the day, but overall, just a beautiful day outside. I would take attempt and weather days like this every day for the rest of my life without a problem, aside from the fact we need rain every once in a while to keep things alive and whatnot. But if we could get, like, say 2 days a week of an inch or so of rain, I would be perfectly happy with this temperatures all the time. Like, this is absolutely just perfect weather. It's warm enough you could have been out swimming if you wanted to be, if the water was warm. The water's still freezing cold around here, so you can't actually be out swimming. But it was nice enough. You didn't have to have heat, didn't have to have air conditioning, and that kind of stuff. It was absolutely just a beautiful, beautiful day. So got around today, got a few things done. Headed down to pick up my old Merc that the mechanic has given up on. So I took the trailer down, got it fired up, got it up on the trailer. Barely pulled itself up on there. Went ahead from there, brought it back, and I was trying to make my mind up if I'm going to just junk the thing out or if I'm going to try and take it somewhere else, get it fixed. I decided I was going to do a little messing with it myself. Started kind of screwing around with the thing here and there, and decided I was going to at least swap out the tires off it and use them on a different vehicle. I've since decided to change my mind. Now I'm going to actually use them on my stock trailer instead. The stock trailer tires are superbly dry rotted and just in horrible shape. So I'm going to swap them around and actually move that route instead. Unfortunately, there's a wheel lock that came from Mercury that the damn thing has on it that I don't have the wheel lock to it, so I'm kind of screwed. So until I find that lock, which shouldn't be hard, all Mercs back in that era had them, so it shouldn't be too hard to come across. But right now, I'm kind of it's up in the air. So it's still sitting on the trailer. The other thing I'm going to do is it had like an aftermarket remote entry and stuff, and I'm not certain, it might have been like an alarm at some point. Had an alarm out underneath the hood, and it had a little valet switch and all that kind of crap in there. But the remote that I had for the door lock and lock was not an alarm. It was basically just the lock and lock thing. Not sure if I hooked into the alarm or how that went. Not really certain the whole thing. I started wondering, did it have a fuel shutoff into it? Maybe that was part of the issue. So I started taking all it out. I got into where there's a section I can't get to with the tool. I gotta get a tool to pop off an extra piece to get to the rest of the wiring. And the battery in that car is complete junk. So I'm gonna either find a battery to use for it a little bit, or I'm going to go ahead and just go buy a battery. It never hurts to have a battery laying around. I think I've got one that's decent. I'll throw it on a charger tomorrow. Let it trickle charge all day and see if that actually helps kick it out and let it be available to use. So as of right now, I think the plan for tomorrow with the battery is to get that thing charged up and then figure I'm going to do that Merc. And then from there, I'll either junk it for scrap or try and get it running. I might try and sell it. The car has 50,000 miles on it. It's in phenomenal condition. It's amazing. And I've got double in it what it's worth for the scrap yards. So I'm kind of in that weird level where I know it's worth a couple grand if it was running and driving. And unfortunately, I just don't know how much more money I want to throw at it without any guarantee of it running and driving, So that's kind of where I'm up in the air on it. So then I went ahead, once I got that all wrapped up, got some of the stuff, messed around with it, headed down to the farm to help my uncle out. We're still cleaning up the barn that we tore apart the other day. He burnt down what was left and stuff, so we got those piles cleaned up and basically just kind of moved all the lumber that was worth saving, got all of it piled up and stuck on the trailer, then hauled up, unloaded it up by the barn, the newer barn he's had for a while now. And then kind of cleaned up just all the tin, cleaned up a bunch of different stuff, hauled off a bunch of debris that was just the leftover nails and screws and the piles of junk, scraped off the top layer of dirt where both the barns were, loaded them in the dump truck, dumped them off in one of the ditches they're trying to fill in. So because there's a lot of good dirt, just a handful of nails. So nobody's going to be driving over it. That'll work just fine. So I spent probably 4 or 5 hours out in the sun and the heat and basically in the wind and stuff. Not nearly as bad as I felt a couple weeks ago when I did the roof. That thing totally kicked my ass. So definitely feeling better than that. Just it's amazing you realize the different muscles and stuff you use doing work you're not used to. Just different movements and all that kind of thing. So overall, got that all figured out. I think I'm going to hopefully borrow their skid steer, the little bucket loader. I'm going to hopefully borrow it Monday, Tuesday if it don't rain, to do some more stuff out here in the drive, try and level out that second drive I'm putting in. and get that finished out. I also, once I got back from the farm, I felt like I was ambitious and I wanted to take the next level, so I went ahead and worked on the Saturn some more. Got the wiring in it, I think, figured out completely to the best of my ability anyway. It seems to be running fine. Before you start it, and like once it starts, I'd rev up to like 2,500 RPM, then eventually back down. Now starts and runs fine. The battery needs to be charged on it. I had to jump it to get it started up, but I'll get it charged up. Hopefully it ran long enough today. I'll go out there tomorrow, I'll test it again and make sure it's good. I have a guy who might be interested in buying it, so if all goes well, I'm so hopeful. And get a hold of the guy and have him come look at it. He's looking for just a cheap work car. And that thing, like I said, no power windows, no locks, none of that junk. The thing is about as cheap and guaranteed as you can get not to have issues. So hopefully he'll come look at it. He'll get it all figured out. I think I'm going to go ahead and hopefully clean it up Monday, Tuesday if I don't get the skid steer. I'll vacuum it all out, arm roll it down, kind of give it a little bit of a quick and easy little bath there. Tires on are muddy and some of that kind of stuff, so I need to get it kind of hosed off a little bit, and that way it's a little better presentable when it comes time to actually show it to the guys. So other than that, I think as of right now, I'm going to run to Ottumwa tomorrow. We're going to go over to Fairfield and run 16 miles around the Fairfield loop, and then probably hang around, smoke some cigars, and shoot the shit. So that's all I've got for now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.